everybody, I'm Coach Kim. Today we're going to go through a quick core series. It's a great class if you're short on time, or it's also a great class if you want to add on just a little bit more to one of our other classes. And again, we're focusing just on our core. So we'll get started with a quick warm-up. We're going to take it down to the floor. And our first exercise is what's called a pelvic tuck. So we're going to come flat on our back. And just laying on the floor, you can either keep your knees bent, or you can straighten your legs if you want. I'm going to keep my feet flat on the floor with my knees bent. So laying on the floor, you should notice that there's a natural arc in our lower back. So we're going to try to take that arc away and tuck our hips underneath. So we're going to roll our hips under. Right, so now if we take our hands there should be no space between our lower back and the floor. We're going to pause for a second, and then we're going to relax and release that tuck. So our arc is back. Again, roll the hips under, pause for a second, engage our core, and then relax. We're going to go through a couple of these. Go through these at your own rate. Good, let's do one more. Good, and release. All right, let's roll up. We're gonna come around, so we're now in a tabletop position. So our hands will come underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. We're gonna move into a couple cat-cows. So we're gonna start by lifting our head up and looking straight ahead. Let your stomach drop down to the floor. We're creating a nice arc in our lower back. And then on our next exhale, we're going to push our hands down into the floor, rounding our back and tucking our chin down towards our chest. And then we inhale, look ahead, drop the stomach down. And then again, exhale, push through the floor. If one of these feels a little bit better than the other, feel free to stay in that one a little bit longer. Good, one more. I should say one more of each. And we're gonna come back to that neutral spine. Last one in our warm-up, we have thoracic rotations. So we're going to keep our right hand planted, taking our left hand behind our head. We're going to start by touching both elbows together. Then we're going to push through our right hand and try to open up that left elbow, left shoulder up towards the ceiling. Then come back down, touch both elbows, push and rotate. One more this side. Again, take the left arm down, shake out the right arm. Right hand comes behind the head, same thing, touch both elbows, push the floor away and rotate. Good, last one. Gotta take the arm down. Let's move and get a quick sip of water. And I'll go through what our first little core series is. All right. So our first core series we're gonna go through twice. And we have a series of 4 exercises. So the first one is called a slow curl up. We're gonna keep our legs straight. Coming down onto our back, arms will extend overhead. We're going to roll up nice and slow, reach for the toes, and then we roll back, nice and slow, and with the arms. Exercise 2, we're flipping over into a plank. So we're going to come into a high plank, and from here we're going to add on a foot tap. So we're going to shift our hips back behind us. Reach our left hand to our right toe, place the hand back, shift back into a plank, and then repeat on the other side. Exercise 3. We're scooting our feet around again, coming onto our back. Feet are going to be elevated, knees will be stacked over our hips. Hands come behind the head, creating a nice little pillow. And we're just going to lift our shoulder blades up off the ground for a crunch. And then last but not least, exercise 4, we're going to do a side plank. So we're holding one side, then we'll shift into the center and rotate to the other side. Okay, so we're starting with that slow curl up. We'll make our way onto our back. Arms extend overhead. We begin round 1 in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Roll it nice and slow at the top. Reach for your toes. Then, keeping our shoulders pulled down like we did before in our warm-up. Tucking the hips under. You roll back nice and slow, resist gravity. Good, end with the arms and repeat. So slow curl up, really focus on form on this one. Good, last 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Let's flip over, getting ready for our plank. High plank, opposite hand to foot tap. In 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Remember to shift your hips down and back. Pause for a second in the high plank, and move over to the other side. Good, keep working, 10 seconds. Good, drop the knees down, swing the feet around. We're on our backs again for a crunch. So our knees are up over our hips, hands come behind the head. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So let's focus on keeping our head relaxed into our hands. You don't want to be curling up with our neck first. It should all be coming from our core. Less than 10 seconds. Good, roll up. Last one in our series, we have a side plank. So let's start on the right side. Elbow comes underneath our shoulder. We lift up into that side plank in 5, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the hips up. Modification for this one is to bend that bottom knee, keep the top leg straight. 10 more seconds here, and we're gonna move right into that left side. 5, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna turn around. You can go right into a forearm plank, and then lift to the left side. Five seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good, drop the hips down. Grab more water if you need it. We have that circuit one more time. All right. Slow curl ups to start. Round and controlled. Dig the heels down, shoulders are dropped, engage your core. Fifteen more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Flip around. Getting ready for our high plank with toe taps. In 3, 2, and 1. Lift up, hips up, hand to foot tap. Seconds. 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees down. On our back again. We have crunches in 5, 3, 2, 1. Feet are up. Getting our shoulder blades up off the floor. Slowly lower back down. Seconds. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Right side plank up next. So right elbow underneath the shoulder. Take a second, catch your breath. We go again in 5, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up. That modification's there if you need it. Good, keep working. We're more than halfway through this side. 3, 2, and 1. Good, move to the left side. Here we go. Seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Drop the hip down. Grab some more water. A big fan of water breaks. I don't think most of us drink enough throughout the day, especially now that we're wearing masks. All right. Our next series, 3 exercises. This one, if you have a weight, let's grab it. If you don't have any weights at home, you can definitely do it without one. Our first one is a bridge. So we're gonna come onto our back. We're gonna do that hip tuck that we did in our warm-up. From here, we're gonna push our hips up to the ceiling. We'll pause for a second. Slowly lower back down. Exercise 2, we're staying on our back. Hands come behind our head again. We're moving into a bicycle crunch. So knee and elbow touch. And then switch over to the other side. And then exercise 3, we have a Russian twist. So this is where our weight will come in. We're gonna sit up nice and tall on our sit bones. Feet will dig into the floor. We're gonna take our weight over to one side, back center, weight over to the other. Again, we're going through this one twice. Starting with our bridges. So on our back, we begin round 1 of this series in 3, 2, and 1. Tuck the hips under, maintaining that tuck. Push the hips up towards the ceiling. Hold for a count of 1 or 2. Then slowly lower back down. If you lost your tuck, get it back and lift. moving into bicycle crunches next. So we're staying on our back, hands come behind our head. We begin in 3, 2, 1. Elbow to the outside of the opposite knee. Pause for a second, switch it back to the center, other side. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Roll up. Grab your weight if you have it. If not, put your hands together. We have Russian twists in 2 and 1. Dig the heels down. Bring that weight over to one side. Back to the center. So looking at our knees, they should be staying parallel to each other. A common error is to get too much of a shift or a weight shift between sides. So try to keep them as parallel as you can. Five, 3, 2, and 1. Good. That's the end of round 1 of that circuit. Set the weight aside. We're moving back to our bridges next. And we will start our bridges in 3, 2, and 1. Tuck the hips, and then lift. Good, keep working, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Then in 10 seconds, we have our bicycle crunches one more time. And we start those in 3, 2, and 1. Last 30 seconds here. Seconds. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Good, last one. Let's grab our weight. We have Russian twists. In 3, 2, and 1. If you want to make it a little bit harder and you can keep your knees parallel, you can try taking your feet up off the floor and cross the ankles. Again, as long as you can keep your legs or your knees parallel in this one. Five, 3, 2, and 1. Good, set the weight aside. One more water break. And then we're gonna end with a little hip series. So let's start off on our left side. We're gonna take our hand or our head into our left hand. Legs are gonna start off straight. We're gonna start with a basic leg lift. So right hand to the floor, lift that top leg up, slowly lower back down. So we wanna keep our foot flexed, so pull the toes in towards you, or you can think about pushing your heel away from you, either one. All right, switching it up. So our next one, we're gonna take it into a toe tap forward, take it up, toe tap back behind. So we wanna maintain that same height that we were getting in that first leg lift as we take it forward and back. Right hand's there to support you. Whew. Last side. Bring your feet together. We're gonna take it into some forward bicycles. So we're gonna start by taking our right knee up towards our chest, push through the heel, bring it back behind, then pull in towards the chest again. Keeping our right leg hovering over the left. Good, let's reverse it. So kicking our right leg in front, pull up to the chest, and bring it down and back. Good, last one here. All right, bring the feet down to each other. We're gonna slide our knees in just a little bit. So last one we'll do on this side, it's a little series. So we're gonna start by taking our right foot up in the air, so our knees are touching. Then we're gonna take our knees up, feet touch. Knees come back to touch, and then we kick behind. So it's knees, toes, knees, kick behind. Here we go. Knees, toes, knees, kick back, push through the heel. Good, last one this side, knees, toes, knees, kick. Good, all right, flipping over. We have that same series on the other side to end class. So, head is now in our right hand. Legs are stacked, hips are stacked. Begin with that leg lift. Taking it into a toe tap forward, up and over, toe tap back behind. Good, let's get one more in, forward and back. Bring both feet back together. We're moving it into a bicycle kick. So left knee up to the chest to start. Push through the heel, swing it back behind, pull into the chest, down and around. Good, let's reverse it. Kick the left leg in front, pull up to the chest, and back. Last one. Good, feet come back together. Pull the knees in. Last exercise in class today. Knees, toes, knees, kick back. Let's go. Last one, knees, toes, knees, kick. Good, great job today, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me in class, and we hope to see you soon.